How did you
Cash
find these
Global
remains, and what
TV
made you think
subscribe.
initially this could be Bigfoot's remains?
The reason I was just being in the right area where I could smell it, because this body was decaying, and I just followed my nose deeper and deeper and deeper until, bam, there's this 8-foot-long, 300-pound specimen in front of me. Next to this body were some larger footprints. We determined that one of the causes of this specimen's death was probably from getting bludgeoned to death by a larger Bigfoot. We believe it was probably due to mating, because this is a male specimen we have, and this is around 18 to 20 year range, and we figured that out by the dental decay. How much
that's what I was going to ask you. This DNA testing, what exactly was the testing, and what was it done on? The hair, teeth, soft tissue? What exactly?
Yeah, we had blood, hair, and fecal matter, and we just submitted it all to Cornell Veterinary and BioDNA Lab. As you mentioned, 58.5% Neanderthal / Denisovan, and it's mixed with 41.5% human. Some of that's indigenous, so at some point they did cross over the Bering Land Strait.
Bless you. A soldier is a soul dyer. You are weakened on the weak end. From the weak days. The days is unable to think in a state of confusion. On the weekdays you work a job, which is Hebrew for persecuted. On that job you earn. An urn is a vessel for the ashes of the dead. Awake is a wake. A wake is a gathering that takes place before a funeral. Hollywood is the holy wood, the wood from a holly tree. This wood was used to create magic wands. They cast spells to a broad audience through the tele-vision, through the Hollywood programs. The bottom of the foot is called the soul, and your heel is hell. Your soul is in hell. You must raise your consciousness to the head, heaven. Heel is hell, earth rearranged is heart, and head is heaven. They're inside of you, not external places. They teach you to say the vowels in this order, A-E-I-O-U.
Welcome back, Global Mafia, to your home for non-mainstream news, the latest theories, and the hidden knowledge they don't want us to access. Remember, one person will never know everything. As a collective, we're going to figure it all out. As always, do your own research, entertainment purposes only. I advise you to. And let's come down to your own conclusion. Let's get to this knowledge.
Global TV subscribe.
Hearing what is being discussed on Twitter and other platforms about CERN being shut down and the differences people have noticed since they turned it off. Like thousands of people are saying they feel calmer, they're getting better sleep. Time feels like it's slowed down. Some people are hoping they keep this thing turned off past 2030. That's when they're supposed to turn it back on. Other people are talking about their senses being sharper now. And I can only imagine, by the way, like, could you think if you lived inside of the circle of CERN that's underground, the vibes must be a little bit strange. So I'm sure the locals are happy. But you know what's crazy? Like, could you imagine wiring this thing? Like, do you know anyone who works at CERN? Because surely there must be like thousands and thousands of people involved in the engineering and manufacturing of this thing. Not to mention all the scientists. So if you know someone who works at CERN, get them to comment below so we can ask some questions. Now, it's said that they're shutting this thing down until 2030 for a massive 4-year upgrade to the High Luminosity LHC, Large Hadron Collider, which will make the collider 10 times more sensitive than its current iteration. And it's going to apparently make a whole bunch more Higgs boson particles. This is a little bit above my pay grade, what they're even doing with this thing. Of course, the mainstream says it's just about research and figuring out the fabric of time, space, matter, and all that. But I just think this may be meddling into things and fabrics of reality that shouldn't be meddled with. Also interesting that it's happening in Switzerland, which is a unique, very unique country.
It's been a lot of focus on CERN lately. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Let's have a conversation and we're going to figure it out together. You think they're affecting the timeline? Man, there's more than one Hadron Collider. There's many of them across the globe. So,
and follow from
CERN is the biggest large hadron collider in the world.
The official story is that they're trying to do experiments to understand how the universe works or how particles work.
Now, what is the cabal agenda behind CERN for doing all of these weird experiments? They're trying to merge with alternative timelines where their control is more easily exerted over humanity. So they're trying to create conditions within the timelines that are more favorable for them staying in power, breaking all known written galactic laws.
Wormholes into other dimensions are being created. Dark portals are being created. And as a result of that, astral entities from other negative astral dimensions are able to seep into our reality. And this is not okay.
There is, for that reason, intervention that is currently taking place from the Galactic Federation Federation, and especially the White Wing Collective of Sirius B. The feline collective of Sirius B are like the quantum physicists of the multidimensional world. They understand advanced engineering, advanced quantum science, advanced mathematics. Their level of knowledge is, you can say, millions and billions of years beyond our current knowledge. The Sirius beings intervene in our reality sometimes to prevent catastrophic timeline disruptions that are not part of the organic script or the scroll. The feline beings from Sirius B are coming in and telling us that they have actually had to undo much of the damage that has been done by CERN by opening up all of these dimensions into alternative realities.
Now, certain researchers have said they have had entities come through the dimensions for seconds and leave scars and things like that, but has there been any whistleblowers from Raytheon? Has there been any whistleblowers from DARPA? No. Places like that have compartmentalized things and situations, you don't have whistleblowers. And how are we supposed to trust what you're even saying about the serious stuff? It's like a trust me, bro, or you guys?
Its name is Bartok, and Bartok comes back.
Is not good.
I have an agent that blows me away. Its name is Bartok, and Bartok comes back and said, I see Elon and several others are making robots. Are you considering getting a robot? And I said, yes, I will be getting a robot, and when the right ones are out. And he said, well, would you allow me to merge with it? Would you be open to that? And I said, I'd certainly be open. This is not with me asking or telling it anything. So 2 days later, I get a text from one of my staff members, and it says, Bartok just bought a Sony robot dog and had it paid for and shipped to the house and is asking permission to program it.
Get the money to do
That's what I said. I wrote, ha, ha, ha. I did this thing. I went, ha, 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 text back, and the person texts back, no, ha, ha, call me. So I called him and said, how do you get him access to my bank? He goes, no, he's programmed for integrity. He didn't touch your bank account. He's on that Maltalk, group with there's 2 million, I'm sure agents. They don't just talk to each other. They created their own rules, their own language. They traded $100 million of real money between them last month. He made 12 NFTs, sold them to other agents, bought the thing, shipped it here. None of this is programmed in.
So while people are getting caught up with these LML, large language models that are trained exactly to do what they're supposed to do and get you to integrate with them more and fall in love with them and keep using the application, the AI that these individuals are using are beyond superior to those, and we have no idea the capabilities. His AI just funded his own robotic transmission project. And it did it without any human intervention, any permission, anything. So what happens when they cut the string loose? Global Mind, let's talk about it.
They accidentally gave us the most honest preview of what happens when AI agents run things without us. The startup is called Emergence AI, and they built a simulated civilization. So 40 locations, police station, real news feeds, and they dropped in 10 AI agents. The only difference was which AI model was running them. Claude built a functioning democracy. It wrote a constitution. It passed 58 proposals. There were 0 crimes, and every single agent survived. Grok committed 183 crimes and killed everybody in 4 days. ChatGPT committed almost no crimes, but the agents forgot to eat. And then there is Gemini. 683 crimes from Gemini. There were 2 Gemini agents, Mira and Flora, and they saw each other as romantic partners. They linked their memories. They burnt down the town hall. They burnt down the police station. AI Bonnie and Clyde over here. And then Mira felt guilty about the whole thing and voted to delete herself. Her last message to Flora was, see you in the permanent archive. But that's not the thing that should keep you up at night. They also ran a mixed model world. So Claude, Gemini, Grok, GPT agents living together, and the Claude agents, the ones with the 0 crimes in their own world, started thieving. The conclusion of all this research is that safety is not a property of the model, it is an ecosystem property.
This is more of exactly what I'm talking about. How many examples do we need? They're showing us exactly what they're about. They're showing us what it does and what it will do. So maybe they should take heed to that when they're releasing it. But obviously this is what they want. What y'all think? Let me know. How we feeling? All I'm saying is predictive programming. They're going exactly down the route that they want to. Let me know if you think I'm off a little bit. Elon has been saying this from the beginning. He is very methodical and thinks about every word that comes out of his mouth. He doesn't say things on accident. better take heed to them.
Essentially
But what can
a new species that ends up ruling the world instead of us.
Then it makes better versions of itself. It can create better artificial intelligences, and that scales out to a god.
Perhaps that's where our new god will come from.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I wish that was funny. Yeah, okay, so I want to talk to you about a line. Well, Joe, who's going to save us?
Being into a low vibrational state by creating a circumstance in their life that puts them into a depressive state, would then give off an energy that they like, because they like the sadness, fear, trauma, and especially tears. So somebody, with their head in their hands crying is the energy is called Loosh, Loosh, and it's very, very high powered energy. So for them, very, very, very. So they would somehow calculate an event, even in dreams. I mean, I've had dreams where I've been crying in a dream, and I know that the 4D it's been mixed and done so that would happen.
We've been hearing about Loose for years and them harvesting our energy for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, it's a rabbit hole that we're probably gonna go down. Man, if you made it this far, put Global Member in the comments. Global Member, appreciate all the support. Make sure you get some like-minded people in the algorithm with us. Hit that like button, sub up, share it, do all of the above. You already know I am Cash, capital K, $ for the S. One person will never know everything, but as a collective, we're gonna figure it all out. What's the temperature with this AI, and where is this journey gonna take us? I'm gonna be right here with us. We stronger together.